How does this massive gap in the archaeological record challenge our understanding of when humans supposedly became omnivores? And what were we actually eating during that enormous span of time? Well, it's an excellent question, okay? This gap between the earliest evidence of meat consumption, 1.5 to 2 million years ago, and the much later appearance of plant processing technology, approximately 40,000 years ago, forces a major reassessment of the idea that humans evolved as omnivores in the way modern nutrition often portrays. Here's how this archaeological and evolutionary mismatch reshapes our understanding. So, we start with the archaeological timeline, what the record actually shows. 1.5 to 2 million years ago, we have early meat consumption. Homo habilis and later Homo erectus show clear evidence of stone tools for butchering animals. For example, they had cut marks on bones where they were using stone tools for that. Hunting and scavenging large game, and rapid brain expansion linked with access to nutrient dense animal foods. 800,000 to 400,000 years ago, we got the mastery of fire, another key component. Fire allowed for the cooking of meat which increased nutrient availability, and it possibly was for the detoxifying of some plant foods, but there's no clear tools for processing them yet. Still, diets remain predominantly animal based, especially in glacial or seasonal climates. Approximately 40,000 years ago, plant processing tools do appear. You get grinding stones and mortars show up alongside the meat tools, right? And this is during a time of expansion of Homo sapiens across the globe, and we have a number of cultural artifacts from art and burial practices that reflect that's when plant processing tools appear, not before. So this marks the beginning of a true dietary broadening, not the origin of omnivory. So what were humans actually eating for 1.5 million years? Well, the evidence points to primarily animal-based diets. Staple isotope analysis shows early humans had nitrogen signatures similar to top-level carnivores, like wolves or lions. Anatomical shifts in the gut, the teeth, and the brain size support this high animal food pattern. Plant foods during this period were likely seasonal fallback options, certainly not staples, consumed in raw or lightly processed forms, and limited by toxicity, fiber content, and low energy density.